At Our Lady of Mercy Academy, we know that choosing a high school is a big deal. After all, your high school is where you meet lifelong friends, discover yourself, and what interests you the most. It's where you'll have fun and make some of the best memories. You'll learn, succeed, and even fail a time or two. But it's all a part of the journey with the goal of getting you ready for what comes next. College may seem like a lifetime away, but trust me when I tell you that it gets here fast. Before you know it, you'll be going through this whole school selection process all over again, which is why choosing the right high school is so important. You see, the world's top colleges and universities are looking for exceptional students, but that's not all they want. In addition to being well prepared academically, the most sought-after candidates have good character. They're resilient. They have a true sense of purpose, are eager to try new things, and never let anything stand in their way. That's what they get in an Olma graduate, and why we invite you to come check out our school.
Now, more than ever, we're being put into all sorts of uncomfortable situations. Normal looks a whole lot different these days, but that's okay. We got this. Today, we're learning both online and on campus. We're benefiting from the best of both and thriving. That has a lot to do with the Olma Sisterhood, where you can be yourself and be celebrated for it.
Distance learning has taught us that the Olma Sisterhood knows no boundaries. We take care of each other, whether it's face-to-face or on FaceTime. We have our teachers to thank for that. They've created a positive culture that pushes us to do and be our best. They've also taught us to be brave through programs like L2T. It stands for Leadership, Life Skills, and Technology, and will have you doing things you never thought you could. Your self-confidence will soar. Leadership programs like L2T, along with the chance to shadow professionals and test drive careers, gives us a real edge when it's time to apply to college.
Another thing that's unique to Olma is the bond that we share with the Sisters of the Daughters of Our Lady of Mercy. When it comes to things that are good for the soul, they play the lead role. They encourage us to get in touch with our inner selves and trust in God, no matter what challenges we face.
As you consider high schools, we hope you'll add Olma to your list. The academics are exceptional, and the opportunities to lead and to learn are endless. Visit our website at olmanj.org to find out more and schedule a visit, on campus or online. Come see what the sisterhood is all about. You're going to love it. I hope to see you soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Tom Dwyer, CEO of Premier Orthopaedics Associates. As a parent of 2 former high school athletes, I can only imagine how difficult it is for so many of you who are unable to be at the game to watch your child or favorite student athlete compete due to COVID-19 restrictions this season. As such, our team here at Premier Orthopaedics Associates has partnered with our friends at BFA Sports to give you, the fans, a virtual front row seat. And for the student athlete, a new experience, a pretty cool professional broadcast they'll be able to keep forever at no cost for all of you to enjoy. Well, I see it's just about time for tip-off. So from all of us here at Premier Orthopaedics Associates, best of luck this season. Stay safe, be well, and while we hope we don't see any of you anytime soon, we're here for you if you should need us. Enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, and welcome to Olma basketball here on BFA Sports. An afternoon clash here on Valentine's Day. I'm Chris Losey along with Steve Westcott and our BFA Sports crew here. Olma 3-1. Hammonton is the opponent this afternoon. They are 3-2. We were here a year ago, and that was an exciting one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun that afternoon. Double overtime game, which Our Lady Mercy Academy was able to pull off in double overtime. Heated contest, tough fought contest. Both teams left, hustled, scrap, left everything out on the floor they could, and Olma ended up prevailing in a double overtime victory last year.
A lot of common opponents in this season of 2021, so each of these teams have pretty much played everybody. The wins for Hammonton, they beat St. Joe's, and they beat Bridgeton, and they beat Buna. Meanwhile, for Olma, they beat Bridgeton, they beat Millville. They're 3-1. Who's their third win?
Bridgeton, Millville.
So anyway,
St. Joe, maybe. St. Joe.
So they're 3-1 as well. What I'm getting at, though, is the losses. Vineland and on Hammonton's side, it was Millville. Why I'm saying that, they're very familiar with one another, these teams.
Yeah, and they also have some common opponents that we can base the fact that this is going to be another good contest in here today. One team beat Millville, one team lost to them. Both have similar wins. The only thing that won't be similar in here today is probably the style of play. And we've talked about it time and time again when it comes to Our Lady Mercy Academy. And we're going to find out if Hammonton's ready for that style, because it's not used or executed that often. And we'll see if they're ready and see if this proves to be a good contest like we think it will.
Might be something along the lines of sticker shock for Hammonton, because they have never seen a style like this. I talked to a couple of the captains, Luca Baranato and Emma Peretti, before the game, and they're interested to see what it's going to be, and obviously the adjustments they're going to have to be made.
Right, and that's exactly right. Can they execute the start? Is their original game plan ready to go? Are they going to? What changes are they going to have to make in being able to execute against that style? Because it's no one plays it, and I give Our Lady Mercy Academy a lot of credit in trying to play it. They're having fun playing it, and this will be a fun one.
It's the new look Hammonton Blue Devils against Tom McNelia's Olma Lady Villagers. It's coming up next here on BFA Sports.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedics Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
And happy Valentine's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in honor of our flag, our country, our service women and men everywhere, with the playing of our national anthem. Okay, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to Carew Hall at Our Lady of Mercy Academy. Now for the introductions. The head coach for the Hammonton Blue Devils is Mike Millardi. He is assisted by Ashley Koster. And on the starting lineup for the Blue Devils, a sophomore guard, number 1, Ava DeVillo. Sophomore guard, number 14, Gala O'Leary. Senior guard, number 33, Luca Bernardo. Junior forward, number 21, Sophia Purvis. And sophomore forward, number 34, Emma Peretti.
I'm out.
Now we're on.
The head coach for our Radio Mercy Academy is Tom McNelia. He's assisted by Tom McCarville, Doug Stefano, and Brian Coyle. And on the starting lineup for your Olma Villagers, sophomore guard, number 12, Drew Coyle. Freshman forward, number 21, Madison Halleck. Junior forward, number 14, Olivia Fiocchi. Senior center, number 2, Jaden Harris. And senior guard, number 33, Sydney Prescott. One announcement for today: if the ball gets loose and it heads in your area, please do not handle it with...
And welcome back to Olma. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and our BFA Sports crew here this afternoon. Premier Orthopaedics sponsors today's basketball game between Olma and Hammonton. And in the open, of course, we were trying to come up with the point, and I don't think we were able to successfully do this, but the teams that today have played common opponents, like you said. And it's interesting to see the styles and the scores. And I saw the scores. Olma has had the better of the common opponents.
And they're home, and this is going to be a hard-fought contest in here. Hammonton's going to come in and tough and be ready to play. They're usually well prepared, and we'll find out if they're ready for this pressure and the traps and the presses that Our Lady Mercy Academy brings.
Hammonton with the initial possession on the coin toss, and we'll get the starting five for you. There's a quick shot from DeVello, Ava DeVello, number 1. She is on the floor with Emma Peretti, Luca Perinato, Kelsey Reynolds, and Sophia Purvis. Meanwhile, for Olma, we've got a foul down the other end. We're going to have a shooting foul called by one of today's officials, Ashley Steinberg, and the other one is Steve Baptist. For Olma, it's our usual 5. You have Liv Fiocchi, and we'll get a free throw here. Sydney Prescott, Madison Palak, Jaden Harris, Drew Coyle, and that's the 5. Just underway.
Olma off to a good start. Good defensive stance and stop on the first possession, on their defensive possession, able to get a rebound outlet. Palak drew the foul off the offensive rebound at the other end.
Immediate pressure comes, and it causes the turnover again. Sophia Purvis unable to keep her foot. Travel called. So we'll see. From the front court, and Palak threw it, and Harris wasn't watching.
Sideline inbound. Harris going to screen at the block, sending someone to the corner. Palak realized she was open right away, threw it without Harris looking.
More pressure. Blue Devils get through it, and they had an opportunity, but unfortunately for Purvis, she kicked it out. And now the rebound is controlled, or the loose ball was controlled by Fiocchi. Palak on the right side to the middle. What a game she had last time. And she hits the deck, and now she's holding her ankle. And
tried to sidestep or use a little bit of what we called a Euro step in order to get around the defender, force the defender to move. Blocking call. Certainly hope Palak's okay here.
So the teams have been summoned to the bench. We didn't see much of what happened. Again, it's the way that she fell. What a game she had last week, too.
Yes, she certainly did. She's a young lady here who comes in as a freshman, earned a starting spot already. She was our player of the game last time we were here, and like I said, she's got a block and a block shot already, and tried to use a little Euro step or a little side step to get around the defender. Defender had to move and got caught with the blocking foul. Just hope Palak's okay.
Well, she's helped up, and she can't put any weight on that foot. Again, the freshman Palak being helped off. So they're going to have to, Tom McNeely will have to find somebody that was on the floor to shoot the 2 free throws that Palak was able to draw.
Looks like Angelina Dragone will be coming in for Palak.
There's Palak coming off from the medical staff, and we'll get an update on her condition, and we'll let you know. In the meantime, it's going to be 2 shots, and partner, it's going to be Dragone that you mentioned, 35, Angelina Dragone into the game.
And I believe that's right. I believe the sub can shoot the free throws.
Sure. Still no score. And we stay no score. First minute of play here from Olma on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and our crew here. Getting a lot of positive feedback from that camera.
Yeah, we are.
On the backboard. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Sacco comes away with that. Sophia Sacco into the game. Fiocchi right side with the drive. Too strong. Harris can't control the rebound, and it'll belong to Hammonton.
Yeah, we've talked about there being a lid on the basket. 3 missed shot opportunities right now for Our Lady Mercy Academy and 0 for 4 from the foul line. But again, their defensive pressure and the way they trap and create turnovers is what gets them out of trouble.
Purvis trying to back in on Dragone, and then Coyle in the way of that pass and another turnover. And what do you got already? 3. A minute 10 gone and 3 turnovers. Dragone out to Coyle, and you hear Tom McNelia yelling motion, and Dragone's 3 is short. Floorboard for Hammonton. It's DeVello ahead,
Good
stripped
by
briefly by Coyle, but they still keep it. Shot up and no good from Giada Palmieri. Coyle then tracks that down in the corner. We have no score, still with a minute 30 gone. Fiocchi to change that. No. Rebound Barinato. And a foul whistled in the backcourt, and that is on Jaden Harris. It's going to happen.
Sacco into the game. Yeah, when you're constantly running and you're constantly pressuring and trapping, and it's 2 to the ball. And again, it's not just the first pass or first catch. It's 2 to the ball when it starts, when the other team gets the rebound. And that's what they were attempting to do right there. Pressure the ball, send a second one, but Harris committed the foul first.
2 team fouls. And then we have a tied up and a foul called. And that's Bernhardt, who stole the ball away, and Purvis is called for the foul.
Yeah, Madeline Bernhardt, nice job defensively pressuring the ball. Was able to come up with the steal and draw the foul on Hammonton.
Gianna Patitucci, a little tightrope there.
Oh, good pass.
Cassidy's pass, and it goes right to Harris, and she'll go to the line.
Tell you what, it was a little bit of a high-low format. Good pass to the foul line area, and then Jaden Harris did a nice job getting her defender on her back, had great position, bounced pass to her. She couldn't finish, but she's going to get 2 at the line.
Hey, we've got a point.
There we go.
The seal has been broken.
We've commented so many times on how well Jaden Harris, as a forward/center, shoots free throws.
1 out of 2, but she tracks down that miss and finds Sydney Prescott.
She also hustles and comes up with loose balls.
Cassidy Garcia's pass was deflected into the backcourt, but Bernhardt tracked it down. Prescott will pull up and hit the 3.
There it is, nicely done. Pull up, jump shot, had her feet set, even though it was in transition, knocked down 3 off the turnover.
Purvis, they get it to DeVello. Her shot on the rim is short. Purvis with the rebound attempt, but got sealed off. And back come the Villagers again with Prescott. Left side, Patitucci will fake a 3. Harris from straight away. Too strong. Follow up, Bernhardt. No good. 2 chances, no points. Hammonton with the rebound. DeVello tracks it down. This is Palmieri. Shot is short. Rebound to Prescott. Patitucci will try a 3. Short. And a 1 and done on both ways, Steve.
Yep.
DeVello back and wide open. Palmieri for 2.
And the way Our Lady Mercy Academy plays, sometimes you're going to get that breakout layup like that. They saw, they fell to it right there. Coach McNeil is going to call a timeout about having someone back and making sure they get a good offensive set and attempt to execute that here.
So a timeout on the floor at Olma. We were watching Tom McNeil. He's going right after Steve Baptiste, one of the officials, and it's a full timeout that was charged to Olma. 4:55 left here in the first. Premier Orthopaedics presents BFA sports coverage of Olma basketball. We want to mention that the entire faculty, staff, and especially the girls basketball team here at Olma would like to extend their sincere and heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dwyer and the incredible team at Premier Orthopaedic Associates. I know you saw his open, for their support as the premier sponsor of today's basketball game and the season. Premier's generous support gives Olma's basketball program the ability to live stream home games so you can catch every minute of every home game under these challenging times caused by the pandemic. Premier, not only the premier sponsor, but they will also provide premier orthopedic care that you've come to expect and will be there when and if you need them. Many thanks again go out to Dr. Dwyer and the team at Premier Orthopaedic Associates. Timeout from Olma, 4:55 left here in the first, and we're looking at the bench, and we do not see Maddie Palick.
Looks like she's still over here in the corner. Looks like they have some ice on that ankle. Hopefully she'll be able to return because Our Lady Mercy Academy, as the season goes on, certainly going to want her out on the floor.
Fiocchi was boxed out on the three-point attempt, and they're going to call a foul on Palmieri on that.
Yeah, you have to give a shooter room to land, and I don't think she necessarily did there. And even if she did, she backed the player out, which you can't do. It's okay to box, but you can't back them out.
But that's a shooting foul, and I don't know why, because she's still in the act of shooting until she, well.
I think they called it on the box out after. And I don't know if that's right or wrong.
That's wrong.
I want to tend to agree with you.
That's the other Prescott.
Savannah Prescott.
Tried the three, and this foul will go against Olma. It looks like Steve Baptiste is going to take control of this game.
Yeah, I think after Coach McNeil, you let him a little bit of the riot act. He's, okay, well, I'll take control if I need to, just to get things back under control.
So here we go. Sloppy early on. 4-2 the score. Hammonton breaks the press. DeVello. Pass deflected by Dragone. It's in the paint. And Sacco comes away with it for the Villagers. Sophia Sacco around Purvis. Can't get it to go. Savannah Prescott comes away with it. Sacco will try a three. Missed everything. Coyle trying to track it down, keep it alive.
Good hustle by Drew.
And Purvis is called for a travel.
Good hustle by Coyle. Our Lady Mercy Academy ends up gaining a possession because as she hustled to save the shot, returns the ball back in bounds. Hammonton picks it up, and sure enough, there was another Our Lady Mercy Academy defender there to play it, and she traveled.
We were in the second quarter this time yesterday. Really sloppy thus far. No rhythm to this game.
When you play this style, it can tend to be that way. Again, because teams aren't used to it in regards to their preparation, and Our Lady Mercy Academy knows what they want to get accomplished out of it.
On the corner, DeVello misses that shot. This is Fiocchi hitting the deck, then gives it away. And that is Alexa Panagopoulos, who checked into the game, and she'll go to the free throw line right away. 4-2 the score.
Liv Fiocchi came up with the defensive rebound for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Unfortunately, hadn't hit the floor, couldn't stay on her feet, thus causing a loose ball. Hammonton picks it up, gets fouled. Can't finish, to the line for two. Is Panagopoulos.
She'll get another. Sydney Prescott into the game. Well, never mind. 5 for 5.
Yep, here we go with the NHL type substitutions.
There's the line change. I get it right.
But getting back to the style of play, even if it's not turnovers that Our Lady Mercy Academy is creating, it's quick shots, it's long shots, it's off-balance shots.
Panagopoulos 1 out of 2, and a 1-point game with 3:50 left in the first. Bernhardt the drive, contact, no foul. Hammonton back the other way. Ahead is DeVello on Cassidy Garcia, and Hammonton's in front.
Hammonton trying to beat that Our Lady Mercy Academy trap in two ways: sideline, secondary break, or throw over top of it as a player leaks up the floor.
And Patitucci travels. So 3:35 on the clock here in the first. There's a steal. Prescott. Patitucci trying the right side. in the corner. Bernhardt for three. It's short. Rebound underneath. Jaden Harris, haven't called her name in a little bit. Prescott comes away with that. Ooh, that was Cassidy Garcia missing the three. Coming back the other way. As we go helter-skelter, and this is Caitlin Salita, 23. DeVello will try a three. That's short. Rebound recovered. Peretti.
Hammonton High School doing a nice job on the offensive glass. 2 buckets in a row now off of an offensive rebound and putback.
2:50 to go. Olma down 3 here in the first. Garcia, Bernhardt fakes the three. You can see how Hammonton comes out on defense and forces the long three from Prescott, which spills out. Patitucci with the rebound, but she walked.
Yep. And that time, one of the Our Lady Mercy Academy players, Patitucci, doubled on the rebound. And again, she didn't put it on the floor, thus the travel.
Interesting. Steve Baptiste getting a little feisty with the girls.
There's the throw over the top.
From DeVello. Panagopoulos will track it down, but she's in the corner, and that's a bad pass. Another turnover. Dragone has it. Savannah Prescott. Sacco's going to have to track it down. Dragone backing in, kicked it out. Good hands, pass deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, Dragone looking to kick out to the three. However, that one maybe she might have wanted to turn. She had really good position on the post, on the block. She might want to turn and look to score on that one.
That was Bernardo getting a hand on that. Coyle's three is off the rim. No good. Rebound, Hammonton. Peretti all the way to the basket. Too strong, gets her miss, and Dragone fouled her.
Again, Hammonton getting a lot of possessions, a lot of second chance points. Another offensive rebound and put back. This one did not go. However, they'll shoot 2 at the line.
2:01 in the first. And one more. So early on, though, it looks like Olma is forced to slow it down on offense, Steve. That's what I saw.
Yeah, Hammonton's doing a nice job getting back. And forcing Our Lady Mercy Academy to try to execute more of a half-court set, half-court stuff than that transition that they like to be in.
Ashley Steinberg just wiped that off. That was a shooter violation, no basket. So the score stays at 7-4. Now we've seen everything. We're only in the first quarter. Prescott for three. Got it.
Down it goes. Savannah Prescott, young lady, another freshman and talented freshman for this new Our Lady Mercy Academy squad. Knocks down a three.
Ties the game at 7. Minute 40 left in the first. Gal Peretti was open. Instead, it's Baronato, and she gives Hammonton the lead.
Good cross-court pass, diagonal pass, almost to the corner, right in front of Our Lady Mercy Academy's bench, and down goes the three for Hammonton.
Sacco bumped on the way in. I'm going to call it on the floor, and that foul is on Panagopoulos.
Nice job. Good ball rotation against Hammonton's 3-2 zone. And that 3-2 with the 3 players at the top of that zone makes it look like it's spread out and playing perimeter defense, thus forcing Our Lady Mercy Academy into their half-court stuff. But that was a good drive by Sacco. Unable to finish, but drew the foul.
Inbound stolen. DeVello running with Coyle.
Well done on the defensive end by Hammonton, creating the turnover, getting themselves in transition. Coyle hustles back but unable to stop the layup.
With a minute 10 left, it's Savannah Prescott. Coyle, Fiocchi out top. Sacco fakes, and the Blue Devils are all over Olma right now defensively. And another turnover, and DeVello with another basket attempt, but she missed it.
Again,
build out.
Hammonton High School getting into transition off a defensive turnover, creating a turnover from Our Lady Mercy Academy.
That's a rejection by Peretti. DeVello again. Missed it. Dragone then on top, and it'll go to Olma. In the last minute here of the first.
Substitutions here. I'll tell you what, when Hammonton High School is getting a defensive rebound, they're out. they're almost saying, listen, we're going to run. This way they don't have time to double the ball. They don't have time to set up that pressure on those traps. We're out, and we're going to create 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s with primary breaks on the other end.
And how about the penetration? As you see Cassidy Garcia miss a 3. Floorboard to Hammonton with 30 seconds left, and a foul called. And it's an offense. It's a moving screen whistled by Baptiste, and it was on Caitlin Salida.
Yeah, trying to free up the ball handler. Tried to set a screen in the backcourt. Unfortunately, fortunately, if you're an Our Lady Mercy Academy player or fan, she moved with the screen.
Now they're going to discuss if it's a player control foul because it's the 7th team foul that puts Olma on the line. And the answer is no because it's team control.
I would agree with the possession.
Yep. So with half a minute to go here in the first, Olma down by 4.
As this game remains close and remains tight, it's interesting to see if there's a game plan B to Our Lady Mercy Academy's attack.
That 3 from Bernhardt is no good, but Olma will keep it. 21.6.
Baseline inbound. Try to get Jaden Harris to the block. There it is. Tipped away, but again, sent Jaden Harris right down the heart of the paint to the block.
Could try up top, but instead they go to Bernhardt. And she kicks it out with 15 seconds, and that pass deflected. Ball on the ground. Harris has got it, going to the basket, and a jump ball is called.
Possession belongs to Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Arrow to Olma, like Steve just mentioned, so with 11.2 on the first quarter clock, and a 4-point lead for Hammonton. This is Prescott Sidney with the inbound. Jaden Harris went up, and another jump ball is called.
2 jump balls in a row. Again, that's another one of those possessions where block shot, ball doesn't come loose because the hands on the ball on the block shot goes to the possession arrow. This time it's Hammonton.
Remind me to expound on that a little bit, that particular situation. Giveaway. Patitucci's got it with 3 seconds,
well
and she
done.
scores. At the end of the first quarter, and a big basket for Olma. You might say not much, but it was. 11-9 after 1 here at Olma on Valentine's Day on BFA Sports.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedics Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
It's a event.
Yeah, I was going to actually, because you had mentioned Plan B, and I was going to elaborate on that too. But when you go up for a shot, (11-9) the score as we start the second here on BFA. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and the whole crew here on Valentine's Day, wishing all of your Valentines a very special day. I know I already called my mother my first Valentine. I wished her a happy Valentine.
There you go.
And if I can, I'm going to anyway. A shout out to my favorite Valentine, Chrissy Cannulli, who is watching. Anyone you want to mention?
My wife, Susie. Appreciate all you do. Happy Valentine's Day. My mother, Dee Genovese. Happy Valentine's Day.
The best. Dee's the best. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Start the second quarter, all in possession, trailing by 2. And they have, you're right, Steve, they've slowed it down considerably as Dragon will try a 3 from the corner. That's in and out. Kicks right to Sydney Prescott. Her 3 no good. And then Baronato wrestles that rebound away from Drew Coyle, who got a hand on it, but it'll stay with Hammonton. Okay, what's plan B?
This 3-2 zone has created a little bit of confusion for Our Lady Mercy Academy, and they're still remaining along the perimeter on the outside of the perimeter. I'd rather see them attack it from a short corner format, and then from there you can send someone down the lane almost like low-high rather than high-low. Utilize that short corner and maybe attack it from the baseline side.
But is it going to chew clock? In other words, when I say that it's not this run and gun style, it's definitely going to take some time to get in motion.
I think it'll help them get open shots, and whether it be in their tempo that they like to play it now, or whether it be, again, that zone is creating them into a half-court format. So if that's the case and it's not working from up top, you go from the baseline side and play low-high.
Peretti from the free throw line. She's got 4. Hammonton lead is 4. 13-9. Jaden Harris out top. Well, they're still trying to shoot over it.
And that's their game.
Prescott's 3 in and out. Hammonton with the rebound. Panagopoulos had trouble and threw it away. Another turnover, and I know you got those. What do you have now?
Yeah, 10 now. 10 for Hammonton High School. Our Lady Mercy Academy really, I believe, just needs a bucket. They just need to see the ball go in here with only 9 points and on the board with a minute left gone in the second. See the ball go through a little bit, no matter which way it is, and get some confidence and momentum in this one.
Prescott missed it. Fiocchi from this side. Got it.
Yeah, she had her feet under, and we know she can shoot it. We watched her in here last year make some threes and make a bunch of threes. Her feet were under her there. She was in rhythm, and now she knocked it down, Liv Fiocchi.
Purvis, and she couldn't keep her feet, and she traveled.
And that's what I mean by the ball going through the basket a little bit now. Now all of a sudden you're able to, it's easier to set up your press. It's easier to identify who your man is, and then it's because of those two things, it's easier to find out who's going to double the ball. And sure enough, right after a bucket, what do you get? A turnover, because you're able to set up your traps and press right.
Olma in possession, trailing by 1. That's Fiocchi, who just dropped a 3. Sacco out top. Drew Coyle will try one and nail that.
And down that goes. Now a little bit of momentum for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Villagers starting getting a little bit of a flow here. Now all of a sudden, after 2 buckets and a turnover, they struggle to inbound.
Almost a 5, but DeVello comes away with it, pulls up. May have walked, no call underneath, and then Dragone looked like she stuffed Purvis, and a jump ball was called.
It'll be Our Lady Mercy Academy possession. That's the 3rd time the official has called that here. If for anything else, at least he's being consistent with it.
That's not a jump ball. And we didn't have an official administration of the inbound yet, so we'll
By the
wait
use
for
of
that.
the whistle.
By the use of the whistle. Baronato missed that. Good rebound by Peretti. To the basket she goes. Can't get it. Loose. Purvis had it. Lost it. It's on the ground. And underneath, Purvis is held up with a jump ball.
A lot of hustle from both teams. Long shots, 2 long shots there from the Hammonton Blue Devils. When you get long shots, they create long rebounds, thus skirmishes.
Sacco, Dragone, but she lost it. Another jump ball.
We're having a few of them here, aren't we, partner?
I think he's got to let him play a little bit. I mean, there's got to be an opportunity for that possession to change. But, if you think about it, this is the philosophy of some officials because the gym is so close, they're not going to give a chance, with those contact.
Yep.
So we'll see. Nearly a head pass. Then Bernardo did throw it right at Fiocchi's feet, and another Hammonton turnover.
Good kick.
That's Fiocchi. Right-hand dribble. No good. Rebound loose. Fiocchi got her missed it. DeVello has it.
Good hustle by Drew Coyle on the
And she
baseline
walked.
side. Drew Coyle, that last offensive possession, hustled on the baseline, wasn't able to obtain the rebound, but was able to tip it to Fiocchi, who then did get her own missed shot.
And a timeout taken by Hammonton. 5:23 left here in the second. Today's game brought to you by McMahon Insurance Agency, Toyota of Vineland, Premier Orthopaedics Associates, and by Tri-City Kitchens Elevations. Considering an upgrade to your kitchen? Why not let Tri-City Kitchen Elevations provide you with the winning assist to a great new look? Their quality workmanship will give your kitchen the alley-oop, guaranteeing that new look will be a slam dunk. Give Tri-County Kitchens a call at 856-825-9002. Tri-City Kitchens Elevations. Steve Westcott, 15-13, Olma in front. This game is trying to get some rhythm, but still not on the rails yet, I think.
Olma seems to be finding it a little bit here, and we talked about confidence with the ball going through the basket because that then allows them to set up their traps and identify their man. They're doing a nice job here. We talked about with the style of play that they have and the style of play that they create, this being a game of runs. A game of runs. They were down 13-9, so 6-0 run right here. Now they're up 2.
So out of the timeout, Olma's got a 2-point lead, as Steve mentioned. 5:23 left here in the second. Hammonton has possession after the timeout.
And keep
Olma has possession after
Keep in mind they're missing a key starter, Our Lady Mercy Academy here also. So maybe the fact that Palak isn't in the game and unable to be in this game so far, is hurting the chemistry and the camaraderie of Our Lady Mercy Academy.
We hope to have an update, too, on her condition. She went out and she came down on an ankle and a travel called on DeVello.
Early in the first quarter, right, partner?
Yes. A lot of turnovers here this morning, or this afternoon. It is after 12, right?
Yep.
Okay. Bernhardt straight out with 5:10 to go. They swing it into the corner.
Good ball movement.
Cassidy Garcia misses that three, out of bounds, and it goes to Hammonton.
The three didn't go down, but it was really good ball movement by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Started on the inbounds, went all the way around the perimeter to corner. Open three, just didn't go down. Our Lady Mercy Academy now under pressure.
DeVello running the baseline. Here comes the triple team. He's able to find somebody, though, and that's a three-pointer that is good.
Good
for
job.
Hammonton's Giada Palmieri. She's got 7.
Good job by Hammonton getting the ball to the middle of the floor, out of the pressure. Knockdown jump shot.
Harris from long range, and the rebound, and a foul called. Peretti was fouled.
Yeah, it looks like I think they got Cassidy Garcia on that, coming over the back or pushing the back on the rebound. Hammonton's possession.
The board has Bernhardt, but I think you're right. Pass over the top, and DeVello into the front court. 4.5 to go here in the second. A 1-point game, and there's another turnover.
I'll tell you what, you would think that with 15 Hammonton turnovers that Our Lady Mercy Academy would be up in this game. However, just not shooting the ball at a high percentage yet, turning it over a couple times themselves. Thus down 1 at this point.
Harris, another whistle. Peretti called for the foul. And it's a shame because the girls are now afraid to do anything, it looks like.
Yeah, it's almost like every possession, every catch, not even possession, every catch, they're looking at an official at this point.
So you're not going to make that 5 o'clock dinner that you thought you could. This is getting out of hand.
Nah, we'll be all right.
Unbelievable. Substitutions for Tom McNelia. I mean, look, you know I wear stripes. You know I don't normally go after these guys and girls. This might be warranted.
Again, it comes from the style of play. Plays helter-skelter, officials are helter-skelter. Us calling the game may seem a little helter-skelter. I don't know. It's just one thing leads to another. I hope it's not coming across that way, but
it's contagious. Let us know, everybody, what you think of the broadcast this afternoon. We're on Facebook Live as well, and VFA Sports on the YouTube channel. That pass goes out of bounds. Savannah was able to knock it out.
Good pressure on the catch out of the inbounds. Our Lady Mercy Academy, again, 2 to the ball. Hammonton tried the sideline pass, didn't work. Prescott tipped it out, couldn't obtain it.
Peretti on the inbound from Baronato. Peretti's going to take it all the way. Missed it. Dragon has the rebound and shuffled her feet, and that's a travel.
Yeah. Peretti went along baseline, tried the little baseline floater, didn't get it. Dragon comes down with the rebound, ends up shuffling the feet before outletting the ball.
You know what's interesting? What's interesting is that when there is a call of some controversy down this end, the first thing Tom McNeely does is he looks at me.
Yeah, as if A, we can't talk to him right now, and B, he's like, what do you think? I'm like, we can't discuss it right now, Coach.
Dragon got in the way of Peretti's shot and then gets the rebound. And then she's hassled underneath, but Savannah Prescott comes away with it. Yeah. Prescott running the floor. Left hand, not there, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, Dragon did a nice job, it being contested on her outlet pass, but she was able to get it accomplished. At the other end, Savannah Prescott trying to get to the rim, uses the left hand, can't finish. Olma creates a turnover, however, now turns it right back.
That's 16 turnovers if I count my math right there.
For Hammonton so far, yes.
And the targets?
What her target, I thought, was 25.
And they're
well on their way to that. We still got 3:42 left in the second here, partner. Yeah. There's 17.
And Coyle stepped in front of that to strip it. That's Fiocchi. No call. Nope, there is an offensive call. A late whistle, and the call goes against Olma. It was a charge on Fiocchi.
Yeah, great job by Liv Fiocchi coming up with the turnover, trying to take it all the way to the rim. I thought it was a block.
Here it is again. That's 17 fouls, but it was a player control foul, and there's another turnover.
Yeah, again, sideline, secondary break. Hammonton trying to beat that pressure and trap up the sideline.
3:20 left. Turnover Olma. Turnover Hammonton. Fiocchi's on the floor, and a travel call. Now that was Drew Coyle on the floor.
It was Drew Coyle with number 14 of Hammonton, Palmieri, both battling for the loose ball, and we know Drew Coyle's going to do that. That's every minute of every second of every game for her.
Savannah Prescott off the rim, no good. Rebound on the floor. Peretti's got it, and guess what Steve Baptiste called?
Probably a jump here, and I'm not going to say probably because I see the call currently, and it is a jump. Neither team really. Both teams are unable to get anything accomplished here offensively. Both teams turning the ball over. Well, like I said, we have 19 for Hammonton. Almost been turning it over right back to them most of the time. Just unable to get anything accomplished offensively, and that goes for both teams.
Pass had to go back court. Cassidy Garcia with the drive.
Nice move, dribble drive, right into the heart of the paint. Little right-handed floater over the defender for two, Cassidy Garcia.
Then DeVello tried a cross dribble, and Jaden Harris picked her pocket, goes to the basket, offensive foul call.
Yeah, that's a transition off the turnover. Jaden Harris, a forward/center with the basketball. She's going to try to get herself all the way to the rim there. Defender did a nice job in stepping in and taking the offensive foul. Hammonton possession.
Kind of looked like she was moving there, but the call goes against Olma. A turnover now. Bernhardt under the basket. Going to run with 2:40 left, and it's a one-point game. DeVello all over Bernhardt in the whistle now. And the foul call.
Good defensive stance by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Sydney Prescott pressuring the basketball, creating the turnover. Harris obtains it under the basket. Outlet to Madeline Bernhardt as she takes the ball up the floor. She gets fouled. She's going to go to the line 1-and-1.
Can't get enough of this view.
It's awesome. Just an awesome picture. We hope you're enjoying it at home as well. Madeline Bernhardt makes the first.
She'll get another. With 2:37 left, a 2-point lead for Olma here in the second.
Well done. 2-for-2 trip for Bernhardt.
19-16. Palmieri now running the floor for Hammonton. Kicks it out. DeVello for three. Got it.
Big jump shot for Hammonton High School. Needed that one to go down. Almost a little 5-0 run right there.
Ties the game. Patitucci with a drive. In and out. Bernhardt gets the rebound. That's Garcia to the middle. Missed it. Gets her own board and is fouled.
Good hustle by Our Lady Mercy Academy on the offensive end. Dribble drive. Bernhardt gets the rebound. Cassidy then obtains the possession. Gets fouled on her drive to the basket.
And the Hammonton bench was just warned.
Yeah, Hammonton head coach didn't like that call.
Mike Valeri
going down to say something and then come back to his bench and hit the bleacher. Thus the warning.
Well, it won't be the first time a Hammonton coach here kind of acted up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Although, that might have been justified, this one here. Garcia makes the first one. What he did was he punched the bench. And the wholesale substitutions for Olma with the exception of Cassidy Garcia. With 2:11 to go and a 1-point game here on BFA.
Yeah, Fiocchi's at the bench for Garcia. If this goes down, they're going to leave Harris on the floor.
This portion of the game brought to you by Toyota of Vineland. 1 out of 2. Savannah Prescott with the steal.
Good read by Savannah Prescott.
And then a foul call.
Savannah Prescott saw where the outlet pass was going to, read it, stepped in front of it, picked it off. Over-aggressive Hammonton defender then fouls Savannah Prescott, who'll go to the line.
Now they're going to make Garcia come back on the floor because it's a 2-shot foul and you can only sub after the second shot. So Fiocchi will go back to the sideline. And Savannah Prescott on the line for 2 because of the double bonus situation that Hammonton is in.
Correct.
First one good. Now here comes a substitution. Fiocchi in for Cassidy Garcia, who had some good minutes.
She did. She gave them good quality minutes, both in the hustle format. Got a couple buckets. I think she's got 4 points. Good minutes off the bench for her, for sure.
Off with the second one. A 2-point Olma lead. And Panagopoulos walked with it. And we almost are there. The turnover target in the first half would be amazing.
Yeah, like they said, Coach McNeely said, they're looking for 25 turnovers a game from their opponent, and they're almost there now.
How many?
22, partner.
Wow. Harris for 3. Out. And out of bounds, Blue Devil basketball.
Yeah, again, I know a lot of people out there are saying maybe Jaden Harris should go inside and get to the block. However, the inbounds play there sends her to the corner, and anyone can shoot a 3. The rule is if you're open, you shoot it. The only mistake you make is not shooting it. So even Harris and Dragone and all of them, you'll see shooting 3s if they're open and have the opportunity.
Peretti and Baranato. Palmieri for 3. Missed everything. Savannah Prescott also getting significant minutes. Pass ahead, Drew Coyle.
Good step.
Couldn't finish. Out of bounds. Back to Hammonton.
Yeah, that's one of those Euro steps we were talking about. Drew Coyle there takes 1 step at the defender, a second step into the paint to avoid the defender. It's like a hesitation step, 1 at her, 1 to the left, and was able to get the shot off, just not able to finish.
Looks like the clock didn't move. Here we go again. Following the substitution, it's Caitlin Salita into the game wearing 23. She had that moving screen. You could see it again. She looks like she's doing the same thing.
Good hands by Our Lady Mercy Academy right there.
Panagopoulos with the double team. Peretti backing in. Fouled by Harris.
Yeah, ball gets entered into the post. Jaden Harris covering the post player, not using that, what you called verticality rule. Okay,
Yes.
able to put unfortunately puts the arm down in the space of the defender, thus the foul.
Yeah, but I've also got the Peretti, the ball handler, initiating contact too. So if we're going to let it go one way, you want to let it go the other way and just let it play out and see if the basket goes.
That's why the ladies and gentlemen in stripes get. That's why they make the big bucks. You know what, that partner?
1 more for Peretti.
I wouldn't want to have to call that one.
It's fun though.
Oh, it's definitely fun. Anytime you're involved with kids in high schools and youth sports. And
1 point game. Coyle
fun.
And Coyle's boxed out on the 3-point shot.
It'll be interesting to see if they call this on the shot and not allowing her to land, or it's on the floor after.
That's unbelievable that another one was called on the floor when she's still in the act of shooting until she does.
You're correct. You got to let her land, and you got to let her enter the floor safely.
No, but she's still considered in the act of shooting until she has done something else on the floor, making a basketball move at some point. I mean, I've got her shooting the ball. I don't care if she comes down. She's still shooting the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
So this is a 2-shot foul because of the double bonus. It was a 3-point attempt, and Coyle makes the first. This portion of the game is brought to you by Bottino's ShopRite. One out of 2, but Coyle's going to track her own miss down. But then throw it wildly into the paint. It's a turnover, but then another turnover.
Good job by Liv Fiocchi.
Fiocchi chases that one down, 1:08 to go. And they get it in the hands of Coyle. 22-20. 21 team fouls for both teams in the first, and that's Sydney Prescott hitting the 3.
Well done. Ball goes up the right side, ends up at Coyle on the left side at the top of the key. One more kick pass to Prescott, and down went the 3.
Another turnover, Dragone. She finds Fiocchi, who missed the 3, and it's out of bounds back to Hammonton with 45 seconds left.
Substitutions for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Going to be able to get in their pressure here because the ball's inbounded at the other end of the floor. Or at their shooting end, I should say.
Almost a 5. They've been doing that very well, as Steve mentioned earlier, pressing the inbound. This is Palmieri. Panagopoulos will try a 3. Got some rim on that. Rebound tracked down by Baranato. Underneath, she finds Peretti, and Peretti will go to the free throw line.
Really good hustle by Hammonton High School. Offensive rebound on the opposite side of where the shot came from. Good bounce pass off of that rebound into the post. Hammonton can't finish, but they're going to go to the line for 2. and that would be Emma Peretti.
Makes the first. She's got 7.5. And down to 33 seconds left here until halftime.
See, now here's another situation for Our Lady Mercy Academy. They're going to stay with their philosophy, or with a 3-point lead, they're going to play for the last shot. Their philosophy would be not worry about the last shot.
And that's what Sydney just did.
And there it is. In the meantime, we're going to take it right to the basket and get in our pressure. Prescott with a nice drive to the basket. Good finish.
Palmieri shot up, no good. Prescott has the rebound. Sydney with 14 seconds left. Does she pull it up? She doesn't. She's going to the basket, and she double dribbled before the contact. So she turned it over.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, like I said, in the second half, if they utilize that baseline side.
Watch this. I mean, you can see Salita setting up for the charge right there. But
yeah, and I think Prescott knew it, which caused the shuffle of the feet.
Good eyes. 11 seconds left. Last shot for Hammonton. And Agopoulos in the corner. Palmieri lost it to Bernhardt, but it stays with Hammonton with 4.5 seconds left.
Good D. Our Lady Mercy Academy able to double in the corner. Madeline Bernhardt reads the pass coming out of it. Unable to obtain it, but tips it away. Good defense by Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Jada Palmieri with the inbound right to the basket. Salita's got it. The three from the back, no good from Palmieri, and we are at halftime here at Olma with the score of the Villagers 27, Hammonton 22 on BFA. Halftime is coming up next.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedics Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference. When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedics Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Mercy Academy, we know that choosing a high school is a big deal. After all, your high school is where you meet lifelong friends, discover yourself, and what interests you the most. It's where you'll have fun and make some of the best memories. You'll learn, succeed, and even fail a time or two. But it's all a part of the journey with the goal of getting you ready for what comes next. College may seem like a lifetime away, but trust me when I tell you that it gets here fast. Before you know it, you'll be going through this whole school selection process all over again, which is why choosing the right high school is so important. You see, the world's top colleges and universities are looking for exceptional students, but that's not all they want. In addition to being well prepared academically, the most sought after candidates have good character. They're resilient. They have a true sense of purpose, are eager to try new things, and never let anything stand in their way. That's what they get in an Olma graduate, and why we invite you to come check out our school.
Now, more than ever, we're being put into all sorts of uncomfortable situations. Normal looks a whole lot different these days, but that's okay. We got this. Today, we're learning both online and on campus. We're benefiting from the best of both and thriving. That has a lot to do with the Olma Sisterhood, where you can be yourself and be celebrated for it.
Distance learning has taught us that the Olma sisterhood knows no boundaries. We take care of each other, whether it's face-to-face or on FaceTime. We have our teachers to thank for that. They've created a positive culture that pushes us to do and be our best. They've also taught us to be brave through programs like LTT. It stands for Leadership, Life Skills, and Technology, and will have you doing things you never thought you could. Your self-confidence will soar. Leadership programs like LTT, along with the chance to shadow professionals and test drive careers, gives us a real edge when it's time to apply to college.
Another thing that's unique to Olma is the bond that we share with the Sisters of the Daughters of Our Lady of Mercy. When it comes to things that are good for the soul, they play the lead role. They encourage us to get in touch with our inner selves and trust in God, no matter what challenges we face.
As you consider high schools, we hope you'll add Olma to your list. The academics are exceptional, and the opportunities to lead and to learn are endless. Visit our website at olmanj.org to find out more and schedule a visit on campus or online. Come see what the sisterhood is all about. You're going to love it. Hope to see you soon.
Alright, I'll look this up. But yeah, you have to do the extra. Right, thank you. Okay. Alright, thank you very much. Okay, alright.
For halftime here at Olma, it's an interesting ball game. 27-22, Olma is in front. Let's talk about a lot of things. Let's start with the pace of play and how Olma is able to overcome the slower defensive style.
The pace of play is really right where Our Lady Mercy Academy wants it. Trying to create up-tempo situations, trying to create turnovers from Hammonton. They were able to accomplish that with Hammonton having 24 at halftime. We've said numerous times that Our Lady Mercy Academy's numbers that they won on opponents' turnovers is 25, and we're already at 24. Offensively for Our Lady, so defensively Our Lady Mercy Academy is right where they need and want to be. Offensively from Our Lady Mercy Academy, I think they're going to want to try to attack the zone maybe in a little different format. Okay, that 3-2 zone from Hammonton is covering and keeping people covered on the perimeter. I think they may try to attack it in a different way, maybe with some high-low, maybe from the baseline side. However, whatever they have in place to do that, that's where they'll try to attack it. As far as Our Lady Mercy Academy point scores, we have Patitucci with 2, we have Drew Coyle with 4, Madeline Bernhardt with 2, Liv Fiocchi with 3, Cassidy Garcia 3, Savannah Prescott 4, and Sydney Prescott is Our Lady Mercy Academy's leading scorer with 8.
Now, when you get to the odd numbers, obviously there's some of the three-point attempts. Some success from distance finally for Tom McNelia.
Yeah, in the last 4 minutes of that second quarter, a couple threes went down, at least 3 of them that I recall, maybe a fourth. The ball went into the rim, which allowed them to get into their pressure and identify their opponents. As far as defending them, they were able to create a lot more turnovers because they were able to identify and double the ball.
Credit Hammonton, though, with a good defensive scheme. They did cause some turnovers on their end, and they hung in there, and that's why this is only a 5-point game.
Yeah, and the reason it is a 5-point game is because Our Lady Mercy Academy did turn the ball back over to them with 14 first-half turnovers of their own. Hammonton did a nice job defensively. They were able to get this game into a half-court set with that zone. Ball didn't go in. You combine that with the turnovers. Now, it did late in the second quarter, which is why the lead is 5 for Our Lady Mercy Academy. But when you combine those two things, that's the reason why this is a tight game. Some point scores for Hammonton. DeVello has 7. Palmieri has 5. Panagopoulos has 1. Baronato has 2. Peretti has 7. One other note, Our Lady Mercy Academy, unfortunately, Palick will be unable to return in this one. She's actually in a walking boot at this time with an ankle injury.
We were afraid of that when she fell on her ankle early on in the first quarter. So no Maddie Palick for the rest of the game for Olma. So it's 27-22. We are at halftime. Third quarter is coming up next here on BFA.
Here, I got you.
I like the underneath the basket. I like the underneath the basket look.
Yeah, we got to switch to it.
And here we go. We start the second half. Again, it's a 5-point game. The same starting 5 for Hammonton back in. And right off the bat, Steve, there's a turnover. And that, my friends, is the 25th. They've got their number. Drew Coyle from the corner. The 3 is short. Rebound fought for and taken down by Hammonton.
Good push of the basketball by Our Lady Mercy Academy off the turnover. Jump shot just didn't go down.
DeVello misses that 3. And I think it hit the top.
Yeah,
the wire at the top.
Yep, over the back of the backboard, touching the wire up top. Therefore, it is an Olma possession.
First minute of play here in the third. 5-point game. Olma's in front.
First couple minutes here of this half, awfully important to both teams. If Olma can go on that 6-8-0 run, get this thing into double digits, it certainly helps. If Hammonton goes on a 6-8-0 run, they can take the lead, and this one's going to go down to the wire like last year.
Coyle for 3. Got it.
There it is. Good ball movement. From top of the key into the paint, kick out to Coyle for 3. Down it went. We've talked about how many things she does well on the basketball court, and shooting is certainly one of them.
Looked like Baronato didn't come back on the court yet when she took the inbound. That's another turnover. Coyle again. No good. Rebound up there. Jaden Harris has it. Jaden Harris lost it. Ball still free, and Baronato comes away with it. And then she got stripped by Prescott, but it's out of bounds, so I guess it's not a turnover.
Good hustle by Sydney Prescott, never giving up on the play, constantly moving, creating the pressure on the ball handler, almost causing the turnover, but Hammonton's going to keep possession.
Ava DeVello had a good first half. In the corner, shot is short.
That's a trip right there where I mean by a quick shot. It was a good diagonal pass, but it wasn't a turnover, but it certainly was a quick shot. One that
was Prescott, banged all the way, no call. Dragone gets it free, and Coyle's going to track it down. And a reset for Olma. Up by 8. Bounce to Harris, spinning. On Peretti, she got it.
Well done. When in doubt, if Our Lady Mercy Academy's ever in doubt on the offensive end, it's never a bad option to go to the block to Jaden Harris, that's for sure.
And then this 5-0 run becomes a 7-0 run, and now Mike Farrell has got to call a timeout. Yeah, Hammonton with a 30-second timeout.
This was what I meant by those couple minutes being really key right here. Now the score is double digits, and it's because of the turnovers. Other than the one quick shot here in the first 2 minutes, or 1:52. A lot of turnovers Our Lady Mercy Academy is creating in the backcourt, leading to these buckets. 5 goes to 12.
Just like that with the run. So the timeout for Hammonton, obviously, what's not working is they're not breaking the press at all. I mean, 3 times in a row, they haven't gotten into the front court. I think maybe just once.
Yeah, if I was Hammonton's head coach here, I'd try to discuss doing things via the pass rather than the dribble. That alleviates the double team coming. You know, you'll be able to beat it with the pass quicker than you can the dribble, and the dribble creates the double team scenario. I'd also be talking about going to the center of the floor, go to wing, center of the floor, and then opposite in order to beat that pressure.
They're going to try it with a cutter and a good look to develop. Nice design there, but another turnover.
Yeah, just up-tempo. It creates helter-skelter basketball when you're constantly running 2 to the ball, and if you can't get the ball to the center of the floor in order to beat that double, then it's going to be helter-skelter basketball. That's what the way Olma likes to play. That's what they're doing.
Shot from the corner, no good, but Fiocchi with the rebound. Coyle another 3.
Well done by Liv Fiocchi. Gets the offensive rebound, brings it back out, kicks out the Coyle for 3, and down it goes. That's the second one for her here at the start of the second half.
It's now a 15-point game from 5 at halftime. And then finally, they're able to end the streak. Palmieri with 2.
Good offensive putback. Hammonton able to obtain the offensive rebound. Putback goes.
And that puts an end. The 12-0 run, the whistle, foul underneath.
That's a really good job offensively. Couple 3s go down for Coyle. Now all of a sudden that defense extends. When the defense extends, let's go back inside. This time it wasn't Harris, it was Dragone. Doing a nice job getting position and drawing the foul.
What was a 5-point game is now 13 with 3 minutes gone here in the third. And that's Coyle driving by, but threw it wildly. Peretti with the rebound.
Good drive by Drew Coyle, just ended up a little bit behind the basket or underneath the basket, unable to finish with the baseline drive.
One fake from DeVello, no shot. Palmieri's out top. They get it in to the corner. A shot from Baronato, no good. Rebound to Olma. Up 13, halfway through the third.
How many times have we said how many good things Drew Coyle does on the basketball floor? She's knocked a couple 3s down. She just had the assist. Now a defensive rebound and an assist again right here to Dragone for 2.
Her first 2, and it's a 15-point lead again. DeVello to the basket. Short. Dragone tracks it down. And now Coyle in the corner. Dragone running again. Got 2 more.
Well done. Drew Coyle obtains the offensive possession in the corner. Dragone hustles down the floor. She's the trailer on the play. Coyle finds the trailer in Dragone, and Dragone lays it in. Really good secondary break by Our Lady Mercy Academy.
DeVello couldn't reverse it, but her second shot will put her to the line and will put a stop to this with 4:10 to go. We went about 2.5 minutes without a whistle there.
Yeah, that was fun, and the pace of play is fun for Our Lady Mercy Academy, just as they like it. And they're having some success here, A, because they're getting things accomplished offensively. However, they're also not turning it over. And the lack of turnovers on Our Lady Mercy's side and protecting the basketball certainly paying off right here.
One more. You know, I'll tell you, we've got the best bunch in the business.
I'll tell you.
Right? But when they can play, they play.
Thank God they're our friends. I'd hate to see what they were like as enemies.
Well, Al Fisher, I mean, I'm not so sure about him. Coming down the other way, Sydney Prescott. Underneath to the sister. Look, no good. Jaden Harris with a follow. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Peretti, and will stay with Olma.
That was a good trip. If they could accomplish that, Prescott to Prescott.
That would be nice. Sydney from the corner for 3. That's off the rim. Good box out and a good call there, and the foul was on Cassidy Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia a little too aggressive coming over the back on the rebound.
Can you put that picture on the Facebook feed? Sydney Prescott with the steal. Missed that. Sister Savannah. What's called in that? Sister Savannah. You like that?
Yeah. She's
Patitucci
really nice.
shuffled the feet.
Yeah, a little too quick. Knew what she wanted to get accomplished before she put it down on the floor. Turnover, Our Lady Mercy Academy.
You got to have fun what you're doing. or don't do it at all.
I'm with you.
The lead is 16. Palmieri, they get it to the middle to Kelsey Reynolds, and a bad pass, and Savannah Prescott off the turnover to the basket.
Well done. Get the turnover defensively, immediately take advantage and get aggressive on the offensive end. No one steps in to stop the ball. Sydney Prescott able to get all the way to the rim.
There's a three for DeVello.
Tough three in transition. Nice jump shot by DeVello, knocking that down.
Patitucci with a fake. Out to Prescott. Down to 3 minutes to go in the third. And a big 8-0 run to start this quarter. Balloon this lead now to 15. That's Savannah Prescott nailing that three.
Nicely done. Another one of these really good freshmen that Our Lady Mercy Academy have. With speed, Savannah has speed, can handle the basketball, certainly can shoot it.
Good hands there on the strip by Jaden Harris. Had no numbers, so she'll pull it up. Patitucci with a fake. Patitucci with the drive. Blocked by Peretti. Now we got a held ball between Harris and Reynolds.
Good job by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Jaden Harris right there, realizing that the Hammonton player had nowhere to go with the basketball. Steps in, grabs it herself, creates the jump ball scenario. Arrow to Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Following the subs, you're going back into the game. Gets the inbound, blocked, and that's going to stay with Olma. Block was by Peretti.
Yep, Dragon comes down the center of the paint. They find her. Block shot out of bounds.
Bernhardt, short, floorboard for Fiocchi. Bernhardt again. Peretti hit the deck. So Bernhardt drives and is fouled from behind by DeVello.
I'll tell you what, you got to like the confidence, even in the freshmen that Our Lady Mercy Academy has. Madeline Bernhardt right there misses the jump shot, gets the ball right back. This time she says, you know what, I'm going to throw a good head fake and I'm going to get myself to the rim if I can. Didn't get there and finish, but she got fouled. She's at the line for two. Down goes the first.
With 2 1/4 left here in the third. This to make it a 20-point game.
Yeah, this thing is ballooned. The Hammonton turnovers still mounting. Our Lady Mercy Academy not turning it over, getting what they want offensively off the Hammonton turnovers, which is the fast break opportunities. A couple threes went down, which helped them. Thus, this thing went from 5 to 20 right now.
There's another turnover, nearly, and then she's on the ground, then she's rolling all over the place, and she traveled.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Salita.
I'll tell you what. You talk about hustle and scrapping for the loose ball, and these helter-skelter plays. Neither team willing to say no. Neither team willing to quit. Madeline Bernhardt, such a good job there on the floor.
Bad pass. Palmieri's going to run the other way. And foul.
Yeah, Drew Cora turns it over, then tries to hustle back down the floor in order to get herself in the position where she could block a shot or maybe even alter the shot of the Hammonton player, number 14, Palmieri. Unfortunately fouls her, and she finishes, and she's going to go to the line for one.
I'm not sure if you would want up by 20 and break away like that. I'm not thinking you want your defender to go in and actually cause contact there. I mean, you want to try and alter a shot. But
yeah, I would. I mean, that's a possession where you just let her go at that point.
Another turnover. DeVello ahead. Palmieri short, but it's followed up.
Hammonton getting in the transition game of their own now.
Palmieri with another. So they just shaved 5 points off that 20-point lead. 48-33. Another turnover. Palmieri again to the basket. Short. Follow. Blocked from behind. A jump ball is called.
It's going to be Hammonton possession via the arrow.
Blue Devils will keep it. They got something brewing here. If they can get this down to 10 with the fourth, and it would be a game.
And their runs started from their defensive end. The last 4 or 5 trips, they were able to turn Our Lady Mercy Academy over. Our Lady Mercy Academy turns it over, which they did a good job of not doing in the first settlement. Turning it over 3 or 4 trips here, and Hammonton's on their way back in this one.
And if you notice, they were all in the same part of the floor, right in front of the front court. We got a whistle and the ball out of bounds. And looks like Hammonton will keep it, but more importantly, Jada Palmieri was shaken up, but she's going to stay in the game. So the inbound from Panagopoulos. DeVello traveled.
Yeah, shuffled the feet. Jaden Harris presented herself in order to block the shot. She never let the ball go on the shot, therefore the feet shuffled, thus the travel.
Pass deflected. Patitucci's got it. Prescott out top. Look at the battle with Peretti and Harris underneath, and a walk called, meanwhile, on Sydney Prescott.
Yeah, I think she just kind of lost track of where she was right there, shuffled those feet before putting it on the floor.
DeVello will track this down. Gets a screen, gets into the front court. That's big.
Yep.
Palmieri missed that. Panagopoulos gets the board, and she's in trouble. Snuffed by Jaden Harris. Long outlet. Savannah Harris bumped on the way by Salita. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, Savannah Prescott takes the outlet pass from her sister off the defensive rebound on Our Lady Mercy Academy's defensive possession. Outlet pass leads to the layup. Hammonton could do nothing but foul Savannah Prescott. She's unable to finish. She's at the line for 2.
If you're Mike Velarde, though, head coach at Hammonton, you got to at least see some kind of a glimmer of hope there, because you're able to make those turnovers. You're able to turn them into baskets on your side.
Yeah,
so,
he has tough young ladies. You know, they're never going to back down. They're never going to quit. And they're going to keep making runs. They're going to keep trying to find a way to get back in this game via the hustle, via their toughness, and via them being able to turn Our Lady Mercy Academy over.
So that one free throw by Savannah Prescott ended the 5-0 run for Hammonton. Then that pass, Sydney Prescott couldn't handle that. I'm going to say that a lot.
Yeah, we're going to do that, but that's okay. That's what happens when you have sisters on the floor together. But, again,
33 and 22.
Our Lady Mercy Academy never quits on defense. They're going to continue to scrap and hustle, and they're going to continue to try to turn Hammonton over.
Double team. Palmieri had to pick it up. Pass out of bounds. Cassidy Garcia with the active hand.
Our Lady Mercy Academy starting to realize that they want to use that sideline passing attack in order to break their pressure. Good read by Cassidy Garcia, able to go over and interrupt that pass.
Panagopoulos gets it in to DeVello. Under a minute to go. The lead is 16. That's Peretti. Harris is out on her. Look how high Jaden Harris comes out to defend.
Yep.
So Peretti's going to try the right side. Knocked away, and then Garcia is held.
Yep, Our Lady Mercy Academy gets the turnover. Hammonton right there off the turnover. Cassidy Garcia obtains possession, then gets fouled by an over-aggressive Hammonton High School defender. Which I believe was Panagopoulos on the foul.
I agree with you, but I think they gave it to Ava DeVello, her second, and I think it should have been Panagopoulos too.
I was just, like I said, the scoreboard has Panagopoulos, but I don't know.
Shot no good from Fiocchi. Pass out of bounds and went off of Panagopoulos' leg. So we have 29 seconds left.
Good job by Madeline Bernhardt reading the jump shot, getting offensive rebounding position on the opposite side of the jump shot. Good box out. She's able to obtain it. Hammonton then knocks the ball out of bounds for Our Lady Mercy Academy's possession.
16-point lead in the corner. Sydney Prescott challenged. Underneath was Fiocchi. She lost it, but it'll stay with Olma with 23 seconds left.
That time on the inbounds play, Fiocchi ends up in the post. They go right down to her.
Sydney Prescott with the inbound. Looking for Bernhardt, but DeVello got in the way of that and just got Palmieri in front. Can't get it to go. Rebound, and the foul is called on the floor. That's a good foul call. So it's not a shooting foul with 17 seconds left. Hammonton left possession underneath.
Yeah, Hammonton turned Sydney Prescott over. She had an open live Fiocchi right on the block, right in front of her. She didn't see it. She tried to lob out to the top of the key. That pass was stolen.
Foul was on Bernhardt. That's her second. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Peretti turns from the free throw line. Now she'll drive. Wild shot. No good. Dragone had to give up that one, and then the foul.
Yeah, Dragone stepped to try to defend the shot, the running shot along the side of the paint. When she did that, she lost her rebounding position. Ball comes off the rim. The person she would have been boxing out ends up obtaining the offensive rebound. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Andrew Dragone has 3. Panagopoulos with one more with 6 seconds left. Olma with possession, arrow their way to start the fourth, unless we have something goofy here. 0 for 2. Prescott Sydney for 3 at the buzzer.
Down it goes. Really good job knowing the time on the clock. Rebound, outlet to Coyle. One more kick pass up the floor to Sydney Prescott. Realizes where she is and knows what's on the clock. Knocks down a 3.
And we're at the end of the third here at Olma with the score 52-33. Olma's in front of Hammonton. Today's game is brought to you by McMahon Insurance Agency, Toyota of Vineland, of course, Premier Orthopaedics Associates and Dr. Dwyer, and by Bottino's ShopRite. Don't get boxed out from dishing out your next great meal. Visit the locally and family-owned Bottino's Family ShopRites to grab the rebound for your kitchen's pantry. Bottino's Family ShopRites provides you and your family the winning service you need from a locally and family-owned supermarket. You can visit any of the Bottino's Family ShopRites, conveniently located at Delsey ShopRite in Vineland, Millville, Upper Deerfield, and Washington Township. Bottino's Family ShopRites, a strong tradition of serving their local communities, and I was there yesterday. Got a heart-shaped fillet for today.
There you go.
That's sappy, isn't it?
That is pretty good right there. On top of your shopping skills these days, aren't you, partner?
Yeah, right. You try getting something when she's not looking.
Nah, just
you can't do that one.
Go the traditional box of chocolates, my friend.
God. Well, I can't do flowers because we have the 2 cats and they eat the flowers.
Well, that's not good.
You can't do anything like that, you know. Start of the fourth quarter. Fortunately, 19-point Olma lead. You know what? I never want Al Fisher next to me again in the game. Never.
Al Fisher's such a good dude.
Never. Jaden Harris turning.
Well done.
And the lead's 21.
Well done.
Nobody's going to challenge that.
Good teams execute for coaches right out of a break. Knew exactly what they wanted. Got the ball in the high post to Jaden Harris. Able to beat her defender, get all the way to the rim for 2, and another Hammonton turnover here.
And then Sydney pickpocketed DeVello. Harris hard to the basket. No call. And we're coming back the other way. Peretti's got it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Hammonton.
Tell you what, you had to like the third quarter for Our Lady Mercy Academy. They limited their turnovers. They were able to knock down threes. The ball went in for a little bit for them. 3 or 4 3-point field goals made in that third quarter. Thus, that's why they stretched that lead from 5 to where it is now.
Coyle can't handle it, but Sydney Prescott does.
Good hustle, saved by True Coyle.
To the basket, left hand no good, and then you had Dragone and Harris there, and he knocked it out, and it's Hammonton's ball.
Yeah, 2 really good rebounders right there for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Both trying to get the rebound, doing what they do best. Unfortunately, a little bit of lack of communication went off them out of bounds.
There it is again. Strong move, though, by Sydney.
Absolutely.
DeVello. Trying to shave out Coyle, does it, and then fouled by Sophia Sacco.
Yeah, that was a tough dribble through the trap right there, right in front of Our Lady Mercy Academy's bench. But DeVello able to do it. Continues up the floor, draws the foul.
Bernardo with the inbound. First minute of play here in the fourth. And Olma's up by 19. Purvis underneath. Missed that. Rebound Dragone. Out it comes. Sacco running the other way. Bernhardt will pull it up. Off the rim. No good. Rebound to DeVello. She ripped it away from Sacco and then runs away from Sacco. She's got numbers now. Palmieri's going to track that down in the corner. Taking it to the basket. Gives it up. A bounce. Purvis underneath, and she'll go to the line. The foul is on Dragone, who really didn't agree with any foul call on her today.
Yeah, and that time I thought she might have had verticality, but the official didn't think so. Thus the foul.
Well, if you're moving, that's a different story, right?
This is Purvis at the line for Hammonton, am I correct?
And that's 4 fouls on Angie.
I was going to say that I think the last time they showed that up there, she had 3. That would be her 4th, and there it is.
Mike Velarde's got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to see if he can get some kind of a run here and shave into it. Right now that lead is 18. No, it's 20. See what happens when you miss?
I hear you.
Purvis makes them both. Cassidy Garcia into the game for Olma. They're up by 19. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Yeah, coach going to get Dragone out with the 4 fouls. Try to protect her until the last couple minutes of this one in case he needs her.
Coyle with the drive and the bump. Peretti
Yeah, really good drive by Coyle. Again, you get anything you want from a defender, especially on a closeout, with just a little bit of a head fake or ball fake or both. It's exactly what Coyle did. Closeout, gets over aggressive, and then she's able to drive by with the floater. Couldn't finish, but gets fouled.
I think the officials did a better job in this half, you think?
Yeah, I think the pace of play helps them. And I definitely think they've done a better job in the second half than the first.
We get acclimated to the pace and to the environment. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is a very small gym, and it's going to have a lot more contact than you would in larger gyms. Peretti running down the middle to the basket and got 2.
Yep, right down the floor. No one, unfortunately for Our Lady Mercy Academy, stepped up and stopped the ball. Able to get all the way to the rim for 2.
Fiocchi with the penetration, the kick out to Bernhardt, and Garcia cleans that up.
I'll tell you what, she did a nice job. We commented in the first half on the couple minutes that she got, and she gave them good quality minutes. There's another example of it right there, reading the missed shot, obtaining the offensive rebound, and the putback for Cassidy Garcia.
Drew Coyle pleading with Ashley Steinberg, but that's not going to work. Out of bounds. Hammonton gets it. Just under 6 minutes to play in the fourth. 20-point game. And another trip to the line for the Blue Devils, and that's Peretti.
Yeah, Peretti able to get offensive position on the block. Entry pass into her. Gets herself to the center of the lane and can't finish, but gets fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Spills out. Sydney Prescott, Savannah Prescott. If you get a chance to talk to them, ask them, how many times have you shared the floor together in games?
Well, kids play so much basketball today via these, public leagues and certainly at the AAU level. I'm sure they've done it a bunch. I'm sure they have.
1 out of 2 for Peretti. She has 11, and it's a 19-point lead again. And the lane opens for Prescott, but she gets blocked at the last minute, then grabs Purvis, and then does draw the tie-up. That's a good call.
That is a good call. Sydney Prescott didn't quit on the play, even though her shot was blocked. She didn't hang her head. She didn't pout. She's able to go back and draw a tie-up, and they have the arrow, so she obtains a possession for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Good look on the replay, and you can see just how she was able to do that. Now she'll try a 3. Missed that. Look at DeVello get that board over Gianna Patitucci.
Yeah, Patitucci scrapping and hustling for that rebound. DeVello able to come up with it.
They work it. Palmieri's open for a 3. Too strong. And it was chased down, but out of bounds. Olma gets it.
Yeah, good transition, defense and offense for Hammonton. Forced to take a long 3-point shot in their transition rather than attack the glass. Ball goes out of bounds. Our Lady Mercy Academy possession.
5:20 to go. Coronado knocked that out.
Yeah, a little 2-1-2 set here for Our Lady Mercy Academy against that 3-2 zone.
Nobody wants to pick up the basketball, so it goes into the crowd.
Well, they made the announcement. Yeah. Please do not touch the basketball or handle the basketball. So the fans are just abiding by it, partner.
I agree, but it was just funny because she had her feet on and then lost it. Feet on, lost it. Somebody's going to have to get that eventually, right? Harris turned it over. Palmieri the other end. Can't finish, though. Savannah Prescott harassed her the whole way. And now the foul called against the Blue Devils.
Primary 2-on-1 fast break for Hammonton off the Olma possession. They can't get the shot to go. Jaden Harris, who, again, didn't pout, didn't hang her head, hustles back down the floor, able to obtain the defensive rebound, and picks up a foul on it.
Down to 5 minutes. Palmieri's fourth. Fiocchi, one more. Patitucci from the corner. Can't get that bounce. Harris with the follow. Got it.
Good fight by Jaden Harris on the offensive glass. Able to obtain the offensive rebound and the putback for 2.
Patitucci off that turnover. Prescott will back up and try it. Got it.
That's the second time tonight she's dribbled the ball back out, almost looking like she wants to reset it, but then said, nope, I'm going to shoot the 3. And again, down goes the 3 for Prescott.
And got active on Palmieri there, but she's able to control. DeVello, that's a long 2. No good. Running the other way, and Prescott can run with anybody. With the left hand, short. DeVello will track it down. Will she fire it up? No, because she had Patitucci in her face. There's a back shot, no good. Rebound short from Purvis. It kicks to the corner. That shot from Baronato, no good. Still on the ground. They're still battling, and a jump ball is called.
This time the possession arrow will belong to Hammonton.
Yep.
It was a good break for Our Lady Mercy Academy. A couple of the young ladies out on the floor looked a little winded. He's able to get his substitutes in like he likes to do, or like they like to do, I should say.
Now, I have to tell you something, partner. If I had a, player slash, person of the game, I think Tom McNeely would be a good candidate because what he has done, especially the run to start the second half, the adjustments that he's made, that's very valuable.
Yeah, they've gotten things accomplished out of their sideline break, and it helps when you don't turn it over, and it also helps when the three ball goes down for you. He's done a nice job in this contest, and so has Sidney Prescott and Drew Coyle.
That's a touch foul whistled there on the sideline. It goes against Bernhardt. That's her third.
And I'll tell you what, it's also good to see Our Lady Mercy Academy fight through a little adversity here. Palak, a starter, unfortunately unable to go after the early injury. Jaden Harris at halftime had 0 points.
Right.
So, I mean, when you look at two starters on the floor, one of which is your go-to player, the other one which is a starter, and you're looking without two starters having a point at halftime, and you're still able to come out and have a 5-point lead and then stretch it in the second, that's good stuff by Our Lady Mercy Academy.
And is that the huddle, too? I mean, seriously, is that the coaching staff to say, look, we got to get two involved more, meaning Jaden Harris?
I don't know if it was that as much as it was they were able to find a flow. And they were able to find a flow because they saw the ball go in for them a little bit. We talked about a lower shooting percentage in the first half. Certainly wasn't the case in this one.
DeVello counted on a blocking foul.
Yeah, transition by Hammonton High School. Drew Coyle looked like she got herself in a good position. 2-on-1 ends up with a block, count the bucket. All right.
You heard from the Olma bench, though, it's been a charge all day, and that's the one thing that when you work a game and you say, look, if it's a block down one and it's a block down the other and vice versa.
Same theory as I was talking about with the jump balls early.
Yep.
Even if that's your interpretation of the rule and you're consistent with it, then that's your interpretation of the rule, and all I need is your consistency. That's what the Olma bench was looking for right there.
Sacco thought she got held, but it was a block call. It was a good call there by the official that time.
Sacco hustling, scrapping, trying to obtain the offensive rebound. Unable to do so. It'll be Hammonton possession. 22-point lead with 2:49 left here.
Go ahead, keep going.
No, you got it, man.
Here's DeVello in the corner. Out to Palmer. You just seen the look I got from Al Fisher.
For?
Just because I'm me. I mean, he doesn't like me. Sacco to the basket, snuffed by Peretti, no call, and Cassidy Garcia with the follow.
The little things she does on the basketball court for this Our Lady Mercy Academy team are helping so much, especially in this contest here today. Good job by Cassidy Garcia.
Kelsey Reynolds turning, and the shot was snuffed and out of bounds.
Tom McNeely sat Dragone for a little bit due to those fouls. Now here she is back with 2:16 left. Although 5 for 5 again here.
Yeah. This is the small lineup except for Jaden Harris, right? What do you think?
Yep. 4 guards, 4 good guards. Patitucci, the 2 Prescotts, Fiocchi.
That'll work. That's Peretti. 13 for her. She had a good game.
Yeah, nice job by Hammonton on the offensive glass, being persistent in regards to the offensive rebounding. Able to obtain a bucket because of their hustle.
Under 2 minutes to go. Fiocchi short with that 3. Patitucci with a follow.
Good hustle. Patitucci's another one of those role players that does the little things for this team. Nice player, knows her job, knows her role. Able to get it accomplished right there on the offensive end for Our Lady Mercy.
DeVello had a foot on the line, so that's a 2-pointer.
Yeah, she just knocked down a jump shot from that same spot, although it was behind the line just about a couple minutes ago. That time at 2, and down it went.
Patitucci again, this time shuffled her feet. Looked over in the crowd, and I saw her father, Don Patitucci. Good baseball umpire, by the way.
Is that right?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Sports-minded family, it sounds like. Therefore, you're not shocked that she's the kind of player she is.
No. She's a soccer player. Passes.
She don't do a bad job on the basketball floor either.
No. DeVello, I think, touched that. And now I think DeVello did not touch that.
So the rule, and well, you're the official. The rule is it comes all the way back to here, correct?
I think it was touched, though, but they're not going to say it. So,
but if it wasn't, it comes all the way back.
It goes back to where the inbound started.
That's
right.
why. That's where we're inbounding here.
Right. Patitucci off the glass.
Count a little bit unorthodox. Didn't have her feet right, but she was able to gather herself just enough to finish with the floater off the glass.
Lead is 24. Today's game was produced and directed by David Virgilio. The foul whistled in the backcourt. That shot's not going to count. Foul was on Gianna Patitucci. The camera, Charles Hope. Coordinating producer today, Al Fisher. The executive producers of BFA Sports are Al Fisher, Doug Stasic, and Brian Murray. Minute 13 to go. And the lead is 24. And I look over to Al. When are we next on the air? See, when you put him on the spot, then he goes from that lion.
I think Our Lady Mercy Academy plays tomorrow, but if I'm not mistaken, that may be on the road.
Tuesday, I know they're on the road.
Oh, okay.
At Atlantic Christian, I think it's called.
ACIT.
Yeah. Empty trip on the free throws. We're down to a minute left. Counting down to another Olma victory. They'll go to 4-1 with the foul called on DeVello. Look at the smirk on her face. I like that. I do.
Yep. Drew Coyle again hustling, knows how to read the floor. Smart, high basketball IQ. Able to anticipate steal. She gets run over after the steal, therefore she's at the line.
Coyle with the first. So I'm curious as to how many of the goals that Tom McNelia made. Obviously, the turnover goal was not going to be a problem. I think the 75 shots is definitely in the bank. And the offensive boards as well. So, you know, it's going to be up to the ace stat man and assistant coach Tom McCarville, who gets writer's cramp. I wonder if he dreaded this new play style this year.
Yeah, right. He's writing a lot more. He needed a couple boxes of number 2 pencils this year.
DeVello misses that. Panagopoulos, that pass was deflected. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Olma.
And I think he reached all of those numbers, but I think the stat he's going to like the most, which was the biggest key as to why he was able to stretch this lead in the second half, was their lack of turnovers. They did not turn the ball over in the second half, and that's going to be what he's going to be most proud of in regards to his young ladies.
Totally agree. So we are going to shoot a 1-and-1 here on the foul on Olma on the missed shot. 39 seconds to go.
Okay, so we just got correction, partner. We just got a correction. I hear we got a.
Guess what?
I hear we're going to be back at Our Lady Mercy Academy again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yep. So you know what? I'm just going to sleep here tonight.
There you go.
You know, Valentine's Day. Oh boy.
Little President's Day special from Our Lady Mercy Academy tomorrow.
Yeah. Is that an early contest?
I think they told us 5:30.
That's not early. That's all right. Look at Panagopoulos rip that rebound down with 35 seconds left. Angie Dragone running the floor. Gives it up to Sophia Sacco, and she is banged hard going to the basket, and she looks like she hurt herself.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. She's a freshman. She's a good little young player, and she was able to fight the fight right there, taking it all the way to a basket, accepting the contact, taking the contact, and drawing the foul.
DeVello's out. That's her fifth. Good game, though, I think. Ava DeVello did what she had to do around the floor.
Yeah, and what's going to be a losing effort here, I have DeVello, I think, with 15 points.
And did a nice job, too. I mean, obviously it was again, I'm going to tell you, I think it's the depth. Olma just ran away, and it started with that run to begin the third quarter, when it was a 5-point game at halftime.
Yeah, you're right. And again, when you can play 10 players and you go 5 for 5 every 2 minutes, it wears you down. Hammonton High School definitely got worn down here in the second half. It's a type of fatigue and it's a type of conditioning that you don't you think you're in good shape, you think you're conditioned, and then you run into a buzzsaw like this that just makes you constantly play for 32 minutes with it never not being pressured, and it's a different kind of conditioning.
That it is. 10 seconds to go. And that'll do it. With Savannah Prescott out top, it's over here from Olma. And a convincing win for the Villagers, 71-45. Lots to talk about. Unfolds one. Of course, we still didn't give you who the player of the game is. So you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with Sydney Prescott today.
That's a good go.
In a day where it was, not a great first half for Harris. You have another starter out. Sydney Prescott led this team by example. She's a senior. She said, let me take over this basketball game and we're going to be fine. I'll take us to a W. Looks like she had 16 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals, and I guess we're going to meet with her in just a couple seconds.
Yeah, and we're also going to get Coach. So we're going to get Coach Tom McNeely as well as Sydney Prescott for our post-game interviews here from Olma. Again, that's Sydney Prescott and Coach Tom McNeely, as we're trying to communicate that to the bench. The final score is 71-45. Olma's in front and wins, and then we'll come right back after this.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedics Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Way to go, guys. Steve in the front.
You see the random space?
Huh?
You see the random
You see the other day we're setting up 5 class, 4 deep. Set up on this right side. So there's probably 20 black chairs out.
Sorry, sir. Very social distancing.
Hi. How are you? We're not on yet, are we? Are we on? Tell me when. Okay, we're good. Welcome back here at Olma. The final was 71-45. Olma, big win against Hammonton. Chris Losey with Steve Westcott. 33, Sydney Prescott. First of all, I want to ask you a question before we get into your stats. Did you ever share the court with your sister this long before? See, you were right.
No, I was wrong.
Oh, you were
wrong. I said I thought it would happen a bunch.
Yeah. Interesting. How is that?
It's great. Like that pass, I threw the pass, I think like half for this to her. I didn't think she was gonna catch it, but she caught it, and it was great. So I was really happy about that. I was like, ooh, because she is little, so it's like, she's gonna catch it, but she caught it. So that's good.
So you're the player of the game, 16 points. We had you for. More importantly, though, what did Coach do? We're going to talk to Coach in a second. You're only up by 5 at halftime.
Yeah.
What turned this game around?
They just told us that we had intensity in the first half, but we needed more. the way we play, all we need is intensity. We need energy. We got to get out. We got to push the ball. That's our whole thing is based off pushing the ball up the court. So when we get up the court, we'll do fine.
The goals that you know you have to achieve, those 4 goals, were you aware that the turnover goal was just about achieved in the first half?
No, I wasn't.
24 turnovers in the first half. That defense was suffocating, and you were a big part of that.
Sydney, did you get a little sense in this contest today where in the first half where it wasn't necessarily going for Jaden Harris and you had another starter in Palak unfortunately get injured early? Did you get a little sense of, you know what, it's time for me to kind of take this game over, lead by example, and try to get us to a W?
Yeah, because Jaden, she had 2 fouls. They decided to keep her in, so then she picked up her 3rd. So, and I realized I don't have any, so I was like, I think I need to be more aggressive. I need to get out there. I need to score. So, yeah. And
leading by example, you know, you have we've talked about it before, you have such good upperclassmen, you know, with Drew Coyle, yourself, Jaden, Dragone's even a sophomore, you know, a sophomore now, just like Coyle. But it's leading by example for these young kids who are becoming so pivotal in everything that you guys are doing.
Was it the question?
No, I said, explain that to me about how you're leading by example to the young kids.
Yeah, I think it's just I'm a point guard. I need to get out. I control the tempo of the game. Especially, like, we don't let the team get the chance to control the tempo. So it's literally on me. So I feel like if I just keep pushing it, like, I'd be dying. You could see it, you know. But I just know I need to get up the floor. And I feel like when you have a point guard that leads like that, it carries on through the rest of the team, and everyone just follows.
I have one final question. When you're constantly substituting the way your team does, and you're constantly playing as many players, do you get a sense and a feel, and can you tell when the other team's starting to wear down because of how many fresh legs and bodies you have on the floor in comparison to them?
Yeah, definitely. When you hear that buzzer go and you look over, we see subs, you can see their faces. They're like, oh my God, there's a whole nother set of 5 coming in. You could definitely tell. I know for a fact when we do our shifts and we go, I'm tired. So I know they're tired because they only have like 6 or 7 that are keeping up with us like consistently. So, you know.
That's an interesting point, too, because we talked about it during the game. If this team is going to succeed this year, you're going to be the better conditioned team in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So what are practices like to make sure that you are in that game shape in the fourth quarter?
We run.
There you go.
We run with the ball up and down. We run our transition. We run plays, but we don't even run plays. We are transitioning throughout practice. We have 12 seconds to get a shot off, so that's what we aim for.
Last question. Who's in charge of the music at practice?
I'm in charge of the music at practice. Me and Jenna Ryan.
And what was the last song you had?
Oh, I don't know.
Thanks, Sidney Prescott, the player of the game. Great job.
And if you see Coach
tomorrow,
McNeely,
and then bring Coach if you can. So excellent job, and I like that as the point guard. She said,
"Yeah, and you can tell just by watching the game how she wants to lead by example and does lead by example, and she does a really nice job for this basketball team taking over. You know what Ava Sal's responsibilities were a year ago, and she's really fitting into that role as a leader, and it's really good to see."
It just sounds like, as we're going to bring Coach Tom in a second, it just seems like, though, honestly, that the fact that it's a different player of the game that always steps up, I mean, that's a tribute to how, Tom McNeely gets everybody involved and he's with this style of play. I mean, we talked to Matty Palak, we talked to Sydney, we talked to Jaden. I mean,
well, he said it a bunch of times that it's fun for his kids to play this style of basketball, and he gets to play 10 going 5 for 5 every night, and you can tell they're having fun with it, and that's why it's good to have him here with us now.
Let's ask him.
Let's do it.
Coach?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. 5-point lead at halftime. What did you tell the girls in the second half that ballooned that lead to 20 in a minute and a half?
Well, and I actually just told them right now is that the reason you play this and the way you play this is that there's going to be times it doesn't look that great, but you fight through it. You keep like if you're a football team, you can't run the ball. Keep trying to run the ball. Eventually, the sink kind of overflows, right? The faucet's running, and it's been running since the first quarter, and we just let it go, and we just keep playing, and the next thing you know, the faucet's spilling out onto the floor, which is what we want. So we stay the course, we hit our numbers, and eventually we get to where we want to be. So it's just about staying the course, that's all.
Before I get into that, I don't know if I can follow a faucet.
It was a heck of an example. I'll give Coach credit for that. Coach, one thing real quick.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
One thing real quick. The key stat I thought in the basketball game was very simply this. You were able to turn Hammonton over pretty much all game. They had 24 in the first half, is what we had them for. But in the second half, you took care of the basketball yourself a lot better than you did in the first, and that was my key as to why you were able to stretch that lead.
I agree, and I think a lot of that comes to, we're trying to wear that other team down. So by us making the substitutions that we make, we stay fresh. When you're fresh, as you guys know,
sure,
you tend to not make those mental mistakes. The mental mistakes come usually with tiredness.
Yeah.
So as we can stay fresh, I think that keeps our mental mistakes down.
Sydney was so impressive sitting here as our player of the game today. She had a great game.
She did.
One thing that she said that was really impressive, though, she said when we were subbing, we looked over and we saw the looks on their faces, meaning the opponent, about how, I don't want to say that they were gassed, but they were close to it. Do you notice that as well? As you were subbing fresh, back and forth, do you see the reaction from this bench on the other side?
Yeah, when you see multiple players with the hands on the knees and taking those deep breaths and stuff like that, and that's when you know that we're heading in an area that's where we want to be.
Right. And the system is working. That's what you're saying.
It works.
Yeah.
You just stay the course.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that, but when Steve told you, 24 turnovers in the first half, which is one short of the game goal.
Correct.
Other goals easily achieved today, right?
Correct.
75 shots, all that. So we fall into the 95% category. What didn't work today that you're going to fix?
I would say today we have to work a little bit. I know it may sound strange with the 24 turnovers, but the way that we press, we have to. There's a couple tweaks that I'd like to make, and we will work on that in practice if we ever get to another practice.
One other thing. Were you surprised at the way the game was called early on?
No.
A lot of tie-ups, a lot of jump balls, a lot of ticky-tack fouls. You expect that because you're in the smaller gym?
I expect it because of the way that we play. I think that there are no substitutions for refs, and I'm sure they get tired, and they have to run just as much as our girls, and it's going to happen. You're going to get a quick whistle on that, I believe,
just to slow them down,
just to get a break.
Wow!
Just so they can catch a breath.
Breaking news, folks.
Breaking news.
I'll tell you what, it's so much fun to watch your team play, Coach, and we certainly thank you for having us here. And from what we just found out, I guess we're going to be back tomorrow night, right?
I hope so.
Tomorrow night, 5:30, St. Joe's, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you getting all the feedback from about our broadcast? What do they want us to do that we're not doing? Anything? Come on, Coach. Be our coach.
No, I listen and I watch every game multiple times.
Okay.
And the knowledge that you two have is fantastic.
That's all him.
It's fantastic. But the go-between is even better. So you guys should have your own show, and I'll plug that for you. I'll be the executive producer.
There you go.
Yeah. Last question. How's Mom?
Mom's awesome.
Yeah.
Mom's awesome. Yeah.
Shout out to her.
I'll give her. Yeah. I'll give her a call after this.
Yeah.
On the way home.
Yeah.
And she'll.
Why don't you tell her Happy Valentine's Day?
Happy Valentine's Day, Mom, and to my wife Lisa.
Yes.
I guess I better give that one.
All right.
Good stuff, partner.
It's really good. We'll see you tomorrow, right?
I appreciate it, guys.
Coach
see you
Tom
tomorrow.
McNelia with Sidney Prescott, the player of the game, and a big win for Olma. They win 71-45. Tomorrow night, we're on the BFA Sports 5:30 when the Villagers take on St. Joe's Academy right here. Till then, for Steve Westcott, for the entire BFA Sports crew, this is Chris Losey. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow here on BFA.
Take care,
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.